So hello and a warm welcome to all of you worldwide. We're just waiting for the central characters to make their appearance and then we will be underway. And here we have Sevilla against Barcelona. I'm Peter Drury and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers Peter, it's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Sevilla have chosen to go 4-3-3.
Well, in this formation, the wide players can be the most attacking and sometimes a pair of extra fullbacks.
The way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
It has to be the Chilean, Alexis Sanchez, one of the hardest grafting attacking players I've ever seen. He's strong and tenacious in working back.
Towering header! Harmlessly behind.
Sometimes that's exactly the requirement to give you the early edge. Now for more.
Forward it goes. Tries a through ball. Oh, sweet feet. He's gone for it! Saved only by poor finishing.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly, not great precision.
That's a poor kick by the keeper. He's just given it straight back. Now the pass. Oliver Torres. Danger averted for now. Alexis Sanchez goes up and over. Januzaj gets into some space. Januzaj. Oh, the ball's come loose!
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
To get it forward quickly. And it's Rashford. It's been intercepted and that will come to nothing. Ball's gone out of play. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Suso. Big chance! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Januzaj, hefty challenge, but fair enough. Plenty waiting in the middle. Boots it to safety. Aimed long and direct. No goals as yet. He's got away. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Gets up to head it! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
That is a poor kick by the keeper, been intercepted. Massive leap! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Oliver Torres has been included in the starting 11 for the first time in some weeks. an entertaining game, this. Both teams have had chances, but it is still 0-0. Alexis Sanchez. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Rashford. Rashford. That is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. The action has already resumed here.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
That looks a good ball. Barcelona have it back and they can go again. Rashford, forward it goes. Januzaj. Played out to the right. Suso. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Alexis Sanchez! Goalkeeper's ball.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
That's the throw. Lewandowski passes it through. Drills one in. Oliver Torres tries to get it forward quickly. He's put it on the right now. What's on? Now it's Januzaj. Lewandowski plays it wide. He's left his man. Oh, it's open up, and the shot! He has done it!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled. Barcelona take the lead. It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Looks to slip it through, cuts it out. Play for a throw. Good throw at all, really.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
That'll be a throw. It's a throw in. And it's Lewandowski. Ball's loose, who's getting there? It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
Barcelona are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too.
Alexis Sanchez. Looks like a good ball through. He's gone for it! It's a goal! Sevilla back on level terms! Ter Stegen did well the first time, nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
And a header! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oliver Torres. Now it's Sanchez. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. That's offside. Yes, it is. Passes it through. Decent looking ball. Can he find he's had a shot! That is terrific from Lewandowski! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that...
And that's that. So they have their win. They had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the result followed inevitably. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Barcelona had a very simple tactic to implement, Peter, and they exposed their opposition with expansive incision. This is a performance that hasn't just got my approval. Listen.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin. So a very warm welcome to you from the Catalan capital, Barcelona. We are at this grandest of stadia, a fitting home to the giants of the world game, FC Barcelona. And here we have Barcelona against Bayern Munich. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Barcelona are in a 3-4-3 formation.
3-4-3, Peter, means attacking flexibility, as the wing-backs supply the width to allow two of the front three complete freedom.
So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Harry Kane merits a mention. What doesn't he do well? Leads the line, drops deeper into space, he runs well with the ball at his feet, and he's rarely wild when attempting an effort at goal. He's been a great find.
Well, in for the follow-up! Caught offside that time.
Yeah, Peter, they play the high line well, but it's always vulnerable to pace in behind.
And it's Kane. Bayern Munich have the league's best defensive record. Over to the left. Passes it through. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Chance to shoot, and he's there to cut it out. Keeper's got good distance on that.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push.
He's gone for it! Good clearance now, can they make something of it? Just brushed off the ball there. Not a good throw at all, really. He's given away possession cheaply. Clears it out of harm's way. That'll be a throw. Bayern Munich have put together a 5-game unbeaten run away from home. Out wide to the right. Rashford. Looks like a good ball through. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't.
Can he finish? Goal! Bayern Munich!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Looks to slip it through. He's got away. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Oh, good interception. Rashford. Lewandowski with the ball through. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Barcelona seemed to have chosen a tougher route through the middle. That was easily read and dealt with.
Loose ball, who's going to get there? Now it's Lewandowski. He's left his man, gets it back. Neuer sends that a long way. Cuts it out. Gone out for a throw-in. Gnabry tries lifting it over. Fires it in low. It's going to be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
And we're already back underway here.
Barcelona don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Gnabry with a delicate cross for goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Now it's Gnabry. Bayern Munich, whose manager came in for a bit of flack after their previous result.
Listen, there's just no hiding place. And it was refreshing to hear him admit to getting it wrong. He miscalculated, human error, we move on. That's just an example of overcommitting, and they're fortunate for the quality of the intervention. It was vital.
Keeper goes long.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Now it's Kane, going through, has a swing at it! Oh, the ball's come loose! Who's he going to play in? Tries a through ball, shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Up to meet it! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Fine defending there. Tries to stroke it through. Ter Stegen, catch safely. Rashford. It's gone for a throw-in. Barcelona making another change here. Some astute defending to ensure they got no further. What a throw-in. Finish! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Hits one! And that has been clubbed away. Rashford is being picked on here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Gnabry spreads it wide. Gets up to head it! Gets good distance on it.
Bayern Munich can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Good ball.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, you can analyse to your heart's content. It won't change the outcome. They have lost the game. Soaking up the pre-match atmosphere here as we wait for things to get started. Won't be long now before we get through the formalities. A warm welcome, one and all. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
As you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I'm going to go for the little wriggler, that is Raheem Sterling. His small frame and pace gives him a real advantage over bigger, slower defenders. And his turning sharpness is another very tricky part of his game, and he's a handful.
Okay, interesting. Played back in. He's made sure that that won't get through. Barcelona have statistically the worst defence in the league. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Oh, he's broken through! He's through and all alone! Oh, full-blooded, he's had a shot! There it is! The breakthrough strike!
Chelsea are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Ball is over the line. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Played out to the wing. Sterling tried to play it through.
Sterling encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Crosses it in low. Out of play for a goal kick. Looks like a good ball through. Sterling with the ball through. Aimed low and direct. Looks to slip it through. Now it's Lewandowski. Sterling tries a through ball. Hits one! That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. So what now? Chip through. Sterling. There's no flag. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase. And Sterling! It's anyone's ball.
Again, let me mention what a wonderful stop the goalkeeper pulled off there. Really wonderful.
And it's half-time here. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not...
Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Great tackle, he had to get that right. Barcelona come into this on the back of a narrow defeat. Out to the flank. He's got options out wide. He's got away. Goalkeeper's ball. Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Dinks one in. That intervention was very necessary. Gets up to head it! Forward it goes.
Barcelona showing a little more.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Now the pass. And he's cut it out. Well, it's a safety in numbers approach to defending here.
Yeah, but dropping deep can bring more trouble.
Yeah?
Well, shots from distance and space in wider positions, besides the obvious issue of inviting most of your opposition high up the pitch.
Big chance! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Well won, that's good play. Over to the left. Passes it through. Sterling! Oh, and in again! Oh, extraordinary.
His radar picked up on that very quickly, and he was first to react.
And the through ball is intercepted. Tries to get it forward quickly. That's a throw. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
There's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness.
Up to meet it! Should have equalised.
It looked like he got a bit anxious there when the pressure was on.
Tries a through ball. He's left it as a pop! You can get that clear. Hoists it high. Knocks it away.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Deftly done. Oh, delightful ball. Now, can he capitalise? Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Looks to clip it forward. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that does not help. Interpret the performance as you will, but the key truth is that they lost. So hello and welcome to you wherever you are. We are here at this most recognisable of venues in world football. It is the Camp Nou, the proud and impressive home of FC Barcelona. And here we have Barcelona against Real Madrid. And the commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Begley. Heads it! Goal! Barcelona! The ideal start! Great header, made it look easy.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Barcelona take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. The shot's on! For a goal kick. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now the pass. Chance! Now a chance to break. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Looks to dink one in. Ter Stegen boots it to safety. Just brushed off the ball there. Out to the left it goes. Looks to slip it through. And he's on a charge. And he's there to cut it out. Loose ball, who's going to get there? He certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Alaba finds himself back in the starting side for the first time in a while. Shot a goal! Oh, how's that for a goal? He's got himself a peach of a goal! Smartly deceptive, what quality.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think this is a case of anything you can do, we can do too.
Going for goal! Goal! Real Madrid! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Looking back...
That's a foul, free kick's been given. Rain starting to fall here, it has been looking that way for a little while. Going through, can he find a finish now? He can get that clear. Oh, he's come flying in. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. He's making good use of his strength there, just he's had a shot! Managed to get it away. Looks to clip it forward. Looks like a good ball through. It's a decent ball. And a shot! And that's been levered clear. Well read, he sorted that out. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
That was just poor decision-making and...
Hits one! It's in! Barcelona are back in business!
Barcelona are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, they're back on level terms, so the guessing game goes on. As to what will happen from here, I've no idea.
Alaba gets into the right position to intercept. There's the end of the first half. Barcelona playing their part in a real slugfest here. A glut of goals and nothing to suggest much is going to change. Terrific half. 4 goals split evenly. Beautifully set up for the second period to follow. And we're already back underway here. Real Madrid were grateful to the genius of their manager last time round.
He's a manager who understands how important the bench can be and the timing of substitutions. If needed, he's quick to make changes and...
Face to face with... He's gone for it! They've scored!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset.
And he has been fouled there. Real Madrid keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah,
Has a swing at it! Oh, it's there! It's level again! What a match we have!
Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
This is quite a battle.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Goes for goal! It's wide, but only just.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Tries a through ball. And he's being judged offside.
He may have been caught offside, but, well, Peter, from experience, defenders, I can tell you, hate those runs in behind.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Passes it through. He's pinged one through here. Lewandowski. He's left his man. Threw himself at it, but he's got it cleanly. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
They've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Loose. Room for a shot. He's had a go! Looking for a decent ball in. And the break is on. Rashford. Big chance here. Rashford! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. What about that, Jim Beglin?
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Barcelona take the lead.
I think this team shows great willpower and a wonderful never-say-die attitude. No other outfit can match them. They just keep going. Superb.
Good clearance and very necessary. Up for the header!
Real Madrid are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Goes wide. Decent looking ball. Rashford. Plays it backwards, and they'll try again. Oh, he's in! Can he score? He scores! And with that goal comes comfort. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Barcelona could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response? With a delicate ball. And shoots! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And it's Rashford. Alaba goes looking. Hurtles into the tackle. Rashford. And that's it. Barcelona did it the hard way, a testament to their great powers of recovery. They have defied the odds. The end of the game. Reflections? So a very warm welcome to you from the Catalan capital, Barcelona. We are at this grandest of stadia, a fitting home to the giants of the world game, FC Barcelona. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Barcelona have chosen to go 3-4-3.
Yeah, it is 3-4-3, Peter, and the obvious weakness in this system lies behind the wing-backs on either side of the centre-backs.
Got things underway. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Loose. Tries to get it forward quickly. Goes down, but nothing given. Forward it goes. He's one-on-one! Shot at goal! They've scored! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Cuts it out, demanding a quick ball here. Barcelona were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. It's Kovacic! That is simply superb! He's got himself a peach of a goal! And already they're looking to run away with it.
Well, the goalkeeper would have helped to make his mind up on how he was going to finish it. Well, at 1-0 this contest.
And the finish! It's in! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Can he score? And the defence can get it clear. Away from immediate danger. Kovacic. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Now a chance to break. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Oh, really good feet from him. Struck has a hit! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
And that has to go down as a real opportunity missed. Everything was right until the end.
Comes sliding in. It's a loose ball. Now he's wondering who wants it. Cut out in the shot's on! That really should have hit the net.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And the shot! Wonderful from Bernardo Silva! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Massive leap! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Plays a clever pass. Tries to dink it in. Oh, good. He's had a go! Aimed long and direct. Now the pass. He's left his man.
Peter, we can only applaud that quality of tackle in the circle.
That is going to be the final action of the first half. And the action is back on the way.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done.
And he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, has a swing at it! He's missed, but not by that far.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Oh, he really wanted that.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Barcelona look as though they're about to make a change. Barcelona making 2 changes as we speak. Gets it upfield. Takes one over. Big chance! Stop that. Wasn't easy.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
forward quickly. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Going through. Rashford crosses it through. Goes for goal! He scores! Jim, your thoughts?
There's the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
And the keeper's given it away. Referee's given a throw.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Into the channel. He's gone for it! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
It so nearly came off for him.
Yeah, and you can feel and hear how the crowd are reacting to all of this.
Barcelona still contemplating when to use their last remaining substitute.
Well, it's up.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Out wide to the right. He's got options out wide. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Hoists it high, and the follow-up! No, not the best of headers.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Kovacic. Pushes it out wide. Looks to thread it through. He's left his man. Bernardo Silva has a go! Should have put that one away.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
Oh, he really wanted that.
Yeah, he's been at the centre of a lot of things, hasn't he? Mostly good, I should add.
Stones goes looking. Well, it is a narrow lead, but he ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Sprayed out wide.
Manchester City are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too.
That'll be a throw-in. Played out to the right. Forward it goes. He's making good use of his strength. In with a header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. It so nearly came off for him.
But that's the motivation and enthusiasm he shows, and the quality he produces.
Must score! And he's cut it out. So that's it. It is all over. Barcelona have fallen short on the day. They're going to need to bounce back from this. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Barcelona lost their way after falling behind early. Their concentration was...